Right, well, good morning everybody. Decided to assemble all my Apple clones that I built together, well, both of them, and show them off. So I built C3 last year, in 05. It's just old blue and white G3 Mac case. Stripped the internals out and put a PC inside it, just a Celeron 500, not a very flash motherboard, but it's okay. 56 megs of RAM, it just runs web browsers, that's about it. But the G3 that it replaced, A, didn't boot, and B, was probably even slower. Thankfully it uses mini ATX power supplies, not many standard size ones. And so yeah, I just did a drop-in replacement for a PC one, same space. Just had to mount studs in different places. I'll show you around that properly because it's a drop-open case anyway. Now the second one that I built, which I'm going back to show you now, is an Apple Studio monitor. This was originally a Apple CRT screen, no computer inside it. It was a flat screen, and it used the ADC connector, which was Apple's proprietary DVI style connector, but with additional lines in it, as I understand it. It also had USB and power in it, basically. So one of the good things about the case that I'm using here is that it's got a USB port on the side, even though it was only a CRT monitor. So now it's a a full-fledged computer with a USB port. So yeah, right. Let's have a look. So this is what the screen looks like. I've mounted a 17-inch LCD in behind here. This is actually a 17-inch CRT, so the gap here means that the LCD sits in behind it, because LCDs are slightly larger than CRTs, due to the fact that CRTs have overscan areas, and so the plastic overlaps a bit more. I've decided to, instead of butchering the plastic, I've compensated in software to not use the full real estate of the LCD within Linux. So yeah, I've mounted under here a set of buttons for the LCD screen. So you've got a menu button, and then down, up, right, left, right, and the auto button. Okay, so the 6 standard LCD buttons, just patched and mounted down there. Also, side has a reset switch. Left hand side was it used to be the brightness for the Mac, it's now the on-off for the LCD screen. And this side is the on-off for the power here. I have also added mic in the hole there. Drilled a hole and then sanded it out, make it look nice. Doesn't stand out too much, looks pretty cool. This is a cool case because it's kind of a clear bubble. I'll bring this around. Right, so you can see I've got USB ports like I was talking about before there. Took me ages to make a bracket up with the circuit board that I found. You can kind of see there's a circuit in there. Quite a few can we get like this. So if you look carefully, you can see a spacer bracket. It just tracks around to USB ports in the underneath the Ethernet. So there's a power supply mounted at the back here. This is a naked power supply with this case taken off. Just the bottom piece is a bracket. That's actually the original case, just been trimmed and mounted sideways. And you'll see there's a plastic tubing ducting fan on top of it. Plastic is actually a juice bottle, but no one would know, and I just attacked it with a heat gun and a Dremel. Fit the right width, so it's nicely moulded for most of it. Just this back piece here has been melted in a bit with, you can see it curves, tracks inward. That's to fit nicely and just draws air over that. So I'm running off a fan controller on the power supply. There's a TV tuner card at the boot there. And then there's just the various ancillaries. You'll see on the bottom here I've actually got all the rest of the connections. Right, so the normal power supply connector location, managed to mount there. This along here is actually a front panel that matches the motherboard. It's just with your firewire, second set USBs, headphone / line out, and microphone. And at the back here I've got TV and S video, which are just the outputs on the motherboard, and then coax in for the aerial for the TV. And then at the back here, hard to see, but there's the Ethernet port here, power switch here. So with that you've got all the controls you need, which is lucky because the rest of the bubble is sealed. It doesn't have a CD-ROM drive, that's true. And yeah, I didn't trim the front bezel. I was just worried about cracking this plastic. I'm not so sure about working with it. I was cautious drilling the holes for those connectors, of course, but it's still really worrying. Inside, I probably should have done more of this video while it was apart, but there you go. Hard drive's mounted up in the case there. The brackets on the roof holding it, dangling from above, like that, and there's also a side bracket like that to stop it from wobbling. All zip tied up nice and tidy. LCD panel up in the boot there. If I come this side, you might be able to just see that circuit board which is mounted here. That circuit board is actually the front panel for the LCD screen. I remounted and put leads on for all the connectors and buttons and stuff. So yeah, so that is the beast. Should stick. So I'll just set it up and then we'll boot her up and I'll show you her running.